"Daddy, is that Mommy?" 5-year-old Lily asked, pointing at the crying woman in the Bentley. Michael's heart stopped. Elena had abandoned them 3 years ago without explanation. Now she was back, dressed like a millionaire, sobbing in a luxury car. What had happened to his wife? Before watching full story, comment below from where you watching. Also like and subscribe for more stories. Michael Chin looked across the parking lot and felt his heart stop. Inside a black Bentley, a woman in an expensive business suit was crying like her world was falling apart. Her long black hair fell around her face as she sobbed, but Michael would recognize those features anywhere. It was Elena, his wife, the mother who had abandoned them 3 years ago. "No, sweetheart," Michael lied gently, his voice shaking. "That's just someone who looks like Mommy." But Lily wasn't convinced. She had been studying the photo of her mother that Michael kept on her nightstand every single night. "Daddy, that is Mommy." "I know it is. Why is she crying?" Michael's hands gripped the steering wheel until his knuckles turned white. Elena Rodriguez had left them when Lily was 2 years old, walking out without explanation or goodbye. She had simply vanished, leaving behind a note that said, "I can't do this anymore. Don't look for me." For 3 years, Michael had raised Lily alone while working 2 jobs to pay rent on their tiny apartment. He had cried himself to sleep wondering what he had done wrong, why the woman he loved had abandoned their family. Now Elena was sitting 50 feet away in a car that cost more than Michael made in 5 years. "Daddy, can we go talk to her?" Lily asked hopefully. Michael's first instinct was to drive away before Elena saw them. But Lily was already unbuckling her seatbelt, determined to reach the mother she barely remembered but desperately missed. "Lily, wait," Michael called, but his daughter was already running toward the Bentley. Elena looked up through her tears and saw a little girl with pigtails and a bright pink dress running toward her car. For a moment she didn't recognize the child. Then her heart shattered completely. "Lily?" Elena whispered, rolling down her window. "Mommy?" Lily threw her arms around Elena's neck. "I knew it was you. Why are you crying? Are you hurt?" Elena held her daughter for the first time in 3 years, breathing in the scent of her hair and feeling the weight of what she had lost. "I'm okay, baby. Mommy's just having a difficult day." Michael walked up slowly, his face a mixture of anger and pain. Elena looked at him over Lily's head, and for a moment, neither of them could speak. "Hello, Michael," Elena said quietly. "Elena." Michael's voice was cold. "What are you doing here?" I was visiting my mother's grave. She died last month." Michael felt a stab of unexpected sympathy. Elena's mother had been the only family she had left. "I'm sorry for your loss. Mommy, are you coming home with us?" Lily asked innocently. "I missed you so much. Daddy says you had to go away for work, but you're back now, right?" Elena's eyes filled with fresh tears. Michael had protected their daughter from the truth of her abandonment. "Lily, we need to talk," Michael said firmly. "Privately." Elena looked at her daughter's hopeful face and made a decision that terrified her. "Okay." They went to a nearby coffee shop, with Lily happily chattering to Elena about kindergarten, her friends, and the drawings she had made for the mommy who had never come home. When Lily went to the bathroom, Michael leaned forward with barely controlled anger. 3 years, Elena. 3 years without a word. Do you have any idea what you put us through?" "Michael, I can explain." "Explain what?" "How you abandoned your 2-year-old daughter. How you left me to wonder every single day if I was such a terrible husband that you couldn't even say goodbye." Elena's hands shook as she touched her expensive jewelry. "You don't understand. I had no choice. There's always a choice. You chose to leave. I chose to protect you." Elena's voice broke. "Both of you." Michael stared at her. "What are you talking about?" Elena took a shaky breath. "My father wasn't just a businessman, Michael. He was involved with some very dangerous people. When he died, I inherited more than just debt. I inherited his enemies." "What kind of enemies?" "The kind that hurt families to send messages. 3 years ago they found out about you and Lily. They threatened to kill both of you if I didn't disappear forever." Michael felt the world spinning around him. "You're lying." "I wish I was." Elena pulled out her phone and showed him news articles about her father's business associates being murdered, their families targeted for revenge. "I had to make them believe I didn't care about you anymore. So I left without explanation, made it look like I had abandoned you voluntarily." "That's impossible. You've been living like a millionaire." Michael gestured at her expensive clothes and jewelry. "Because I had to become someone they couldn't touch. I used my father's contacts to build a legitimate business empire. I became Elena Rodriguez, CEO of Rodriguez Industries. I made myself too powerful and too public for them to risk killing. And you never thought to tell me? I couldn't risk it. If they found out I was still connected to you, they would have killed you both just to hurt me. Lily returned from the bathroom, sensing the tension between her parents. Are you fighting? Please don't fight. Elena knelt down to Lily's level. We're not fighting, sweetheart. Mommy and Daddy are just talking about grown-up things. Are you coming home with us now? Lily asked again. Elena looked at Michael desperately. I want to. More than anything in the world. But it might still be dangerous. The people who threatened us? Michael asked. Most of them are dead or in prison now. But their leader, a man named Vincent Moreau, is still out there. He's been in hiding for 2 years, but he's still dangerous. Michael studied Elena's face, trying to determine if she was telling the truth. If you're really in danger, why are you here? Why risk seeing us? Because I found out something that changes everything. Elena's voice dropped to a whisper. Moreau is planning to come after me next week. If I don't survive, I wanted to see Lily one more time. I wanted to tell you the truth before I die. Mommy, you're not going to die. Lily said, alarmed. Elena forced a smile. Of course not, baby. Mommy's just being silly. But Michael could see the fear in Elena's eyes. What exactly is Moreau planning? He's going to try to kill me at the charity gala next Friday. It's a public event where I'm being honored for my philanthropic work. He thinks it will be the perfect opportunity. Then don't go. If I don't go, he'll keep hunting me forever. And eventually, he'll find out about you and Lily. Michael felt trapped between disbelief and terror. Elena, if what you're saying is true, we need to call the police. The police can't protect us from Moreau. He has connections everywhere. Then what do you want from us? Elena looked at her daughter, memorizing every detail of her face. I want to spend 1 week with Lily. 7 days to be her mother before everything ends. If I die next Friday, at least I'll have had this time with her. And if you survive? Then maybe we can be a family again. Michael was torn. Part of him still didn't believe Elena's story. But part of him could see the genuine terror in her eyes, the desperate love when she looked at Lily. Prove it, he said finally. What? Prove that what you're telling me is true. Show me evidence of these threats, of Moreau, of everything. Elena nodded. Come to my house tonight. I'll show you everything. Elena's house was a mansion in the wealthiest part of the city. Lily ran through the enormous rooms with wonder while Elena showed Michael files, photos, and recorded phone calls that proved her story. Vincent Moreau was real. The threats were real. Elena had indeed become a millionaire CEO to protect herself and, by extension, her family. Why didn't you at least write to me? Michael asked, looking through years of documentation. Some way to let me know you were alive? Because I knew that if I had any contact with you, I would break down and come home. And that would have gotten you killed. Elena showed him pictures of other families who had been murdered by Moreau's organization. I couldn't risk Lily ending up like these children. Michael felt sick. So you've been alone all this time? Completely alone. I threw myself into building my business empire because it was the only way to survive. But every night, I would sit in this empty house and cry for the family I had lost. Why now? Why is Moreau coming after you now? Because I've been using my wealth and connections to help the FBI build a case against him. I've been secretly working to destroy his entire organization. He found out and now he wants revenge. That week, Elena moved into Michael's tiny apartment. She slept on the couch while Lily stayed in her bedroom and Michael slept in the living room. It was awkward at first. Elena was used to luxury and power while Michael and Lily lived simply. But slowly they began to rediscover each other. Elena read Lily bedtime stories, helped her with coloring books, and listened to 3 years' worth of stories about her daughter's life. Lily was overjoyed to have her mother back, clinging to Elena every moment. Mommy, why did you have to go away for so long? Lily asked one night. Because sometimes mommies have to do hard things to keep their families safe, Elena explained. But I never stopped loving you. Not for one single day. Michael watched Elena with their daughter and felt his anger slowly melting into something else. This was the woman he had fallen in love with, gentle, caring, devoted to their child. But he also saw the changes in Elena. She was harder now, more guarded. 3 years of loneliness and danger had left their mark. Do you still love me? Elena asked him on Thursday night, the night before the gala. Michael was quiet for a long time. I never stopped loving you. But I don't know if I can trust you again. I understand. I broke our family apart even if it was for good reasons. If you survive tomorrow night, what happens next? I don't know. Tomorrow might be the last threat, or there might be others. I might never be completely safe. And if there are other threats? Will you disappear again? Elena looked toward Lily's bedroom. I can't leave her again. It would destroy me. But I can't put her in danger either. Friday night arrived too quickly. Elena put on an elegant black dress and kissed Lily goodbye. Where are you going, Mommy? Lily asked sleepily. To a party for work. I'll be back before you wake up. Promise? Elena hesitated, knowing she might not survive the night. I promise I'll always love you no matter what happens. Michael drove Elena to the hotel where the gala was being held. Are you sure about this? If I run now, Moreau will never stop hunting us. This is the only way to end it. Elena had arranged for FBI agents to be stationed throughout the hotel, but she knew Moreau was clever and might find a way past them. The gala was in full swing when Moreau made his move. He had disguised himself as a waiter and managed to get close to the stage where Elena was accepting an award for her charitable work. But Elena was ready for him. She had hired additional private security who spotted Moreau before he could reach her. As FBI agents moved in to arrest him, Moreau pulled a gun and pointed it at Elena. You destroyed my life, he screamed. Now I'm going to destroy yours. Elena looked at the gun and thought about Lily sleeping peacefully at home. My life isn't mine to destroy anymore. I have a daughter who needs me. Your daughter will grow up knowing her mother was a criminal's wife. My daughter will grow up knowing her mother fought to make the world safer for children like her. The FBI agents shot Moreau before he could pull the trigger. Elena collapsed to her knees, finally free from the fear that had controlled her life for 3 years. When Elena returned home that night, she found Michael and Lily asleep on the couch, Lily curled up against her father's chest. Daddy was worried about you, Lily mumbled sleepily when Elena woke her. He said you might not come back. But I did come back, Elena said, hugging her daughter tightly. And I'm never leaving again. Over the next months, Elena, Michael, and Lily slowly rebuilt their family. It wasn't easy. There were arguments, tears, and moments when it seemed like too much damage had been done. But love proved stronger than hurt. Elena sold her mansion and moved back into the tiny apartment. She stepped down as CEO of her company, keeping only enough wealth to ensure their security. I don't need to be a millionaire, she told Michael. I just need to be a mother. Elena and Michael remarried on Lily's 6th birthday. Lily was the flower girl, beaming with joy that her family was finally complete again. During the ceremony, Elena made a promise not just to Michael but to their daughter. I promise that no matter what challenges we face, I will never again choose to face them alone. We are a family and families stick together through everything. Years later, when Lily was old enough to understand, Elena told her the full truth about why she had left and why she had come back. Were you scared, Mommy? Lily asked. Terrified. Every single day. But do you know what scared me most? What? The thought that you might grow up thinking I didn't love you. That scared me more than any bad man ever could. I always knew you loved me, Lily said simply. Daddy told me every night that you loved me but couldn't come home yet. I just waited for you. Elena hugged her daughter, marveling at the child's simple faith and her father's wisdom in protecting that faith. Sometimes mommies have to go away to keep their families safe, Elena said. But the important thing is that love always finds a way to bring families back together. Looking back, Elena realized that the day Lily had recognized her crying in the Bentley was the day her real life had begun again. She had spent 3 years building a business empire, but it had taken 5 minutes with her daughter to remember what truly mattered. The millionaire CEO had found success and security, but the mother had found something infinitely more valuable, the second chance to love her family without fear, and the knowledge that sometimes the greatest courage isn't in facing danger alone, but in trusting others to face it with you.